Well, hello and welcome to Cozy Couch Corner for another episode of Tea and Tarot. And as soon as I stuck my head in it, it smelled like a bit like wet dog again. So I'm starting to wonder if that's just my face. I can smell my face cream when I stick my head in it. I'm not sure. Because I don't think the cup's been washed. And Earl Grey tea doesn't smell like wet dog. So I think it's me. I can only think it's my face cream that I slap on. Oh, me. Winter. Oh, I have to slap the grease on because otherwise I just have a horrible, dry, uncomfortable face. That me age now. So it's grey. There is. I can see the sea and I can see the land on the other side, not clearly. So that's what the visibility is like. And I've seen some crows today individually. The one was cawing at me earlier. So there's some crows around, but not a lot else. It's damp and cold. Oh, just to prove the point, a crow just flew past. So yeah, it's going, yes, I am here. I am here. I haven't seen any other birds or anything else. Nope. I don't have any inspiration right now for anything. As in, you've got a message. Okay, what's the message? I'm getting this. This. Okay, I don't know what's that? Me. Remember, you're important. We're all important. Remember self-care. Remember to prioritise yourself. And I don't mean that in a selfish way, but if you were taught to put yourself last, that's not good. So we're prioritising self-care. We're prioritising ourselves. Make sure with everything that's going on, you're keeping on top of your mental health as well as your physical health. Things I find I get really good at healthy eating and exercise. Okay, I've never been that good at exercising, but better at exercising. And things tend to slide. They tend to slide. And then I have to pull up my eating habits again and make sure I'm not just. Yeah, I can get to a point where I don't eat proper meals and I just can't be bothered and I just eat a bit of this and that's not really helpful. It's not good for keeping my blood sugar regulated. So yeah, have things slipped? Has anything slipped lately in terms of looking after yourself, health, hygiene, mental health? Um, I'm still getting the one. Is it because we're number one? We're number one. Yeah, it's the. Somebody mentioned it the other day. The oxygen mask theory. If you're in a plane and you have to put your oxygen masks on, and you're with children, you put the oxygen mask on yourself first because otherwise you wouldn't necessarily be capable of putting them on your children. So yeah, although you think everybody would do everything pretty quickly in line, but it's put the oxygen mask on yourself first, and then other people. So it's like you need to be as fit and as healthy and sane as you can be in this crazy time, because it is a crazy time. Energies are shifting. Somebody was asking on social media if they were shifting energies, and it's like, well, the world is shifting energies, and we're part of the world, and we're all going to be shifting energies with it. And whether we're having different shifting energies within ourselves, or whether we're having the same shifting energies as the world. We're all waking up to things. Light is being shone on a lot of things that were hidden. And that's quite rattling, that's quite disturbing. Yeah, and there's some disturbing things out there on social media that can really wreak havoc with your sanity. So we all need to be looking after ourselves, and prioritising ourselves. And like I said, I don't mean that in a selfish or narcissistic way. I mean that in a way that we need to be strong, and we need to be able to cope for ourselves, but also for other people if there's other people in our lives. Yeah. Was that an unexpected message? I think it's another one of fill your own cup before you can fill someone else's. You can't pour from an empty cup. That was the one, amongst other things. Right. Well, we best get on with tarot then. Okay. What good news do you have for us for Wednesday, the 11th of February, 2026, please? Let's see what we've got. Okay, they fell out. Are we having them? Right. Are we having all of them? Do I need any of the cards from what's in this over here? No. Okay. Okay. Are we keeping? Have we had this combo before? Which one are we doing first? This one. Okay. We have the Two of Swords, and we have the Four of Swords. So are we talking about intellect and the mind, and also communication because it's air? Okay, so the Two of Swords. Okay, we were on middle ground. We were told last time we had this card to take the middle ground. Now I'm getting walking into the fire. So we're talking about the fire as a cleansing force. And we're talking about the fire as things heat. Things are going to start heating up. I said for us personally, I'm getting that again. You're talking about in the world. Things are going to start heating up. So is it heating up in terms, not in terms of revelations? No. Okay. Heating up in terms of pressure being put on people. Yeah. Okay, so pressure being put on ordinary people? No. Pressure being put on... the first word that came to mind is criminals. To open up. And the light's being shone on them. Like and I can see things from underneath coming up. So like the underworld all coming to light. Yeah. So we're going to find out. Okay. We're going to find out about what's going on. But they're not talking. This is a conversation I had before and I'd forgotten about. But they're not talking. The bit about them not talking. I said, are they going to start like the people in the Epstein files? are they going to start confessing? And I've got no. In fact, they don't want to open up. They want to contract. They want to, what, like closing ranks, keeping outsiders, trying to keep outsiders out, trying to keep their little secrets, grubby little secrets. So the heat is on, but it's not going to force them to confess, but it's going to bring things into the light because more people are looking and more people are doing something about it and more people are activated and more people can see that survivors from way back were telling the truth when we all thought they were absolutely bat crap crazy, some of them. It turns out they were telling the truth. So the pressure, moving on to the other card. Okay. So what's being released? I've got release, because this is normally like fear and sort of like trapped. But I'm getting release. We know names are being released. But there's more than that. What's being released? I've got the cover of darkness. And I try to get away from... Well, no, I suppose it's like day and night, isn't it? The cover of darkness. You can't see what people are doing in the darkness, can you? Sneaking around. I can see like a cartoon character sneaking around. You either have to wait for the sun to come out or you have to shine a light on them to see what's going on. So it's the darkness that's being released, but that's not just the cover of darkness that people are operating under. Are we back to the jigsaw pieces? And not quite, no. Stuff's being released. Are we talking about the denser energies? The denser energies are being released from the earth, from people, from the earth, not necessarily from people. Because I think some people just want to hang on to them, don't they? Yeah. So how does somebody with the denser energies operate in a world where the energies have been raised, where that doesn't have how do the denser energies operate? They can't operate. But fear is a denser energy. So does that mean people in general are getting less fearful? What does that mean for the people that are operating in the dark, dense energies? But I suppose if they aren't operating, were they ever operating from fear? No. So they weren't operating from fear. So what I thought isn't valid. I was thinking if they weren't fearful, they'd be more obvious, they'd be more out in the open. But no, that's not how it's going to work. So if the earth is releasing those dense energies and people are hanging on to them, I just see them sinking, just sinking down. Okay. What does that mean practically? They're not getting worse at what they're doing. Okay. They're sinking down. The people that are hanging on to the dense energies are sinking down. Is that like a power dynamic? Are we back to the scales again? Let's put this down. We're back to the scales again. So, oh gosh, that took me a while, didn't it? So the people that are doing all the yucky stuff, the world is releasing the denser energies. They're going to be hanging on to them. So their power, therefore, is diminishing. It's going to be greatly diminished. Whereas the people, in general, decent human beings, are on the rise. So that's interesting. That was it. There we are then.